Daddy's home, and so is the Doom Patrol, because that's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for Season 4 on HBO Max. Today, we just got an official panel for Doom Patrol Season 4 at New York Comic Con. You know, the whole cast, they're talking about the new season, talking about the show, their characters, all that, but also, we got our first official teaser trailer for Doom Patrol Season 4, alongside the official release date. So we have December 8th, new season streaming December 8th. Now this is interesting because we know that Titan Season 4 is coming at the beginning of November. So just like last year, looks like we're going to be getting some overlap most likely, where there'll be some days that you'll have a new episode of Titans and a new episode of Doom Patrol at the same time. So that'll be a nightmare for me to be able to cover once again, just like it was last year. But we'll see. I mean, at the same time, it's like, hey, both shows, so I guess that's cool. But December 8th, I mean, Doom Patrol, it's coming this Christmas. That's pretty exciting. I mean, Christmas comes early with Doom Patrol on HBO Max. But anyway, where we left off Doom Patrol Season 3, it was a pretty interesting ending because the group kind of officially becomes a superhero team when they decide to go after the very odd looking monster that we saw in Season 3. And Cliff is a giant robot, so that is nowhere to be seen in this teaser, so I'm not sure, how they're going to explain that because it's not at all mentioned here. So we'll see how that's explained, but it's definitely really cool to see the Doom Patrol back. They're actually a crime-fighting team now, and as always, things are getting weird. I mean, that's kind of the show's thing. It just gets weird all the time. So anyway, we are going to go ahead and break down this official teaser trailer. It's only like a minute and 50 seconds or something like that, but there's a lot packed into this, especially towards the end. A lot that is confusing and that I have no idea what's going on about, but we're still going to talk about it anyway. So anyway, Max Original. You can see right here, the place is a mess. It's been described that this season is going to be taking place in like a post-apocalyptic future, like there's going to be some time travel involved here. So that, I believe, is what we're looking at right here. And then we've got these government agents who, They're talking about this big experiment, this creature that they have created, bloodthirsty creatures, and then we get to see that it's the Butts. So the Butts are back, of course, as we should have expected. Apparently they're going to be playing a pretty big role this season, so I'm not sure if it's going to be literally like they're the cause of this apocalypse, literally the Butts take over the world. That would be pretty hilarious, but then the Butts start singing and dancing. Another thing I wasn't expected, but that's kind of the thing with this show. Again, expect the unexpected because things get weird. So you just got these government people just watching this, and I have no idea what is going through these people's heads. Like, why? Like, sure, if you can make that, why would you do it though? I mean, it's like the same question with Jurassic Park. You see how it happens every movie. Why would you keep making those dinosaurs? Why do you keep making these Butts? It's not a good idea. They literally eat people. So you got these singing and dancing Butts. Again, it's weird, but awesome at the same time and hilarious. And even the Doom Patrol, like, oh god, what is happening right now? Of course, Cliff, swearing up a storm, as always, but it's censored in the trailer. And we get a great team shot here of the Doom Patrol. Of course, going from left to right, we got Jane, we got Vic, aka Cyborg, we have Cliff Steel Robot Man, we have Rita, the Elasti-Woman, we have Larry, the Negative Man, and we have now finally Madame Rouge joining the team as well. And so there's Madame Rouge and Cliff together. They're going for a bike ride. We see that a little bit later. And there's Larry once again. Larry Trainer, of course, he is having a talk with his negative spirit, which, of course, he went on a whole journey in Season 3 with the negative spirit, birthing a new one, and that coming out now. So I'm really excited to see their dynamic in this season, especially since it's a new negative spirit. And then we have Vic here, who I don't even know what's going on, because, again, it looks like this is a time travel element. Is this even Vic? I can't even tell for sure, but then we get another shot of Vic here, which he's fighting the Butts, of course, as they all are. This does not look to be Matt Bomer, so I don't believe this is Larry Trainer, but this does look like another man with a negative spirit. So another thing that, we've gotten a couple characters in, I believe that was in Season 2 when we had the astronauts show up who also had negative spirits, and now we're getting it once again. So I'm excited to see this character. And just Larry, I think, has been one of my favorite characters in this show, so I'm really excited to see where his story goes in this season. And speaking of him, he's being flung up against a wall here. I don't know what's going on here, but it is interesting that, like, you look at his chest and it looks like something either is on him or coming out of him. It kind of looks similar to that weird centipede worm thing that the negative spirit birthed out of, so I'm not sure exactly what that means, but it's getting weird. I have no idea who this person is, but she definitely looks like she's up to no good. We've got Jane, or at least one of the personalities. They're smoking. And then this child, this looks to be medieval times, and is that like a bunny or a kitty cat like sneezes on him, and then he like disappears or shapeshifts. Again, this is like a super fast montage, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going on here. Javon Wade as Vic Stone, aka Cyborg. This looks like, I think maybe he's found some friends. He's finally kind of adapting to his lifestyle now that he has the synthetic skin and no longer looks like Cyborg, which is still kind of crazy that that's an actual thing that happened here. It's nice to see, and they're building robots, so that's pretty cool. Then we got, again, the Apocalypse, the Doom Patrol, they're fighting the butts. You got Rita, you got Cliff in action there, and Madame Rouge is like, you want to go save the world. Except there's an extra word in there, again, censored. Then they go on their little bike ride, so that's fun. Rita, love Rita. Rita's a great character. So it was confirmed during the panel that she is going to be getting her own superhero suit in this season as well. So that's super exciting. And then we have this character, who I'm assuming is a villain. I do not know for sure who this character is, but as you can see, he is shooting a laser from his crotch, which, again, it's Doom Patrol. Expect the unexpected. I mean, we've seen some weird stuff in the show. Here comes another weird villain coming in here. And this, just to take a wild guess, I'm assuming this is maybe the character of Codpiece, who we recently saw appear in the Harley Quinn animated series season 3. So that's where I first learned of the character. The only reason it makes me doubt that that's Codpiece is just because, I mean, he doesn't really look like Codpiece when it comes to the costuming, and everything on Doom Patrol so far has been super comics accurate. I mean, you look at, I don't even remember his name, but the clock guy from season 2, that looked ridiculous, but it was super comics accurate. So maybe it is. I mean, what other character from DC Comics shoots lasers out of his crotch cannon? I don't know. But if you do, then let me know in the comments below. And so they are, Codpiece, or whoever this character is shooting at the Doom Patrol. Not sure what this laser is going to do to them, but I'm assuming it's not good. And then there's this interesting shot as well. So we have Cliff. He is beating up someone here that does not look to be human. Looks almost like some sort of zombie. At first I actually thought it was like a clone or like another Cliff. But this is clearly not human. And then you have in the background, we have Madame Rouge with her bike helmet on. So this, I'm assuming, is taking place right after their little bike ride there. Then we also get our first look at Casey Brink, aka Space Case, a new character that's going to be introduced this season. She's here in the car with Diane Guerrero's Crazy Jane. I did a video on this character's introduction a couple months ago when we first heard that she was going to be introduced here. We did actually get a first look image a couple days ago. I just didn't have time to do a video on it. But she's definitely going to be an interesting addition to this series. Also check out that video that I did a couple months ago if you want to find out more about Casey Brink, aka Space Case, and what kind of character she is. She has a lot of connections to Danny the Street, Danny the Ambulance, whatever form Danny is in at this point. So that'll be fun to see. Season 4, Doom Patrol is coming back, and then Cliff walks in, Daddy's home, and then, you just got Jane and Vic's funny reaction to that, and then we get Season 4, Doom Patrol Season 4, new season streaming December 8th. Again, guys, I'm really excited for us. This show deserves so much more credit than it gets. It's so good. I believe, actually, it said that this is just going to be part 1. So I'm assuming it sounds like they're going to be doing kind of the approach that you've seen a couple of different shows do as of late. Probably most notably is Stranger Things Season 4, where they'll release like half the season at one point and then wait a couple months or a month or two and then do the rest of the season. I don't really know exactly why they're doing this. I've noticed that what they've done with that on Netflix as of late is usually if it's going to be like a final season, with Stranger Things being the exception. So, with everything that's going on at Warner Brothers Discovery right now, there's been some concern that Titans and Doom Patrol, this is going to be the last seasons. So is that what's happening here? I don't know. I haven't heard anything about Titans, about what's going on with that. But it does definitely get my suspicions up here that this is going to be in a part 1 and part 2. But at the same time, that's cool. Because, that was one of the strengths of Stranger Things season 4 was dropping it in 2 parts. But then again, that's because that, Netflix, they drop a whole season in one day. So Doom Patrol is a weekly release, so I don't really know exactly the reason why they're doing this, but hey, I guess we'll find out. So anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the official teaser trailer for Doom Patrol season 4? Thoughts on the release date, part 1 and part 2, all that stuff. But for now, guys, of course, stay tuned for my teaser trailer breakdown, whatever we're going to be getting for Titan Season 4 tonight as well. But for now, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything goes on in the DC life.